Hello, good morning to everyone. So let's have our quick daily briefing for today. And just a quick recap on yesterday's data. Okay, so first things we have the ECB interest rate decision for the month of July. So previous and forecasted remains at 0%. And for the release time yesterday, 7:45 p.m. And for the month of July, the interest rate decision for the Eurozone still remains at 0%. Meanwhile, we also have the initial jobless claims or weekly initial jobless claims for US. So previous data was 368,000 and forecasted at 350K. And for the weekly initial jobless claims, it was 419,000. Now this one is actually a bad data for the weekly initial jobless claims since the actual is higher on the forecasted. Same goes with the previous one. And also we have the existing home sales for the month of June for US. So previous data was 5.78 million and forecasted at 5.90 million. And for the month of June, the existing home sales for the US, it was 5.86 million. So slightly lower than the forecasted, but it beats the previous data. And right here on the euro dollar on the 30 minutes time frame yesterday, right after the interest rate decision and the ECB press conference, so the pair created a volatility right here. So the price goes up around the 1.1820 or above the 1.1820, and then it retreated down below the 1.1770. Now, based on the ECB press conference, the reason why they are still at their lowest interest rate for the month of July, as long as they meet the target of their inflation rate for 2%, that's the time they will have a rate hike for about 0.50 or 0.25% for coming months. And based on the calendar, the inflation rate for the Eurozone is 1.9%. But again, based on the ECB press conference, as long as they meet the target of 2% inflation rate for the next quarter, then that's the time they will have a rate hike for their interest rate decision. And economic data today, for the European session, we have to focus on the retail sales for UK, monthly basis and yearly basis for the month of June. And also we have the manufacturing and services PMI for the month of July for Germany. And also the Eurozone, we have the manufacturing and services PMI for the month of July as well. And for UK, same thing, manufacturing and services PMI for the month of July. But for the US session, 9:45 p.m., you have to also focus on the manufacturing and services PMI for the month of July as well. And key products for today, first things we have the UK or British pound against the US dollar. During the Asian session, the current price of the GBP against the dollar, 1.3763. But right here, as you can see, a couple of days ago, the GBP against the dollar created the momentum on the upside. Since recently they've announced that the lockdowns in majority of the cities were lifted, and as a result, a lot of businesses were open, and the job openings are healthy the past few weeks. So for today's support, we can look for 1.3709 and 1.3651, and for the resistance 1.3806 and 1.3845. Then last things, the euro dollar, the current price during the Asian session, it's around the 1.1774. But right here, as I mentioned earlier, the price created a significant move right after the ECB interest rate decision and then the ECB press conference. But however, since the price as of this moment keeps on declining, so the possible support, we can look for 1.1741 and 1.1712 and 1.1814 and 1.1859 for the key resistance as of this moment. But however, a majority of the euro area, what they're concerned right now is the new COVID, the Delta variant, since a lot of people are, or the infections are uh, on its highest rate as of this moment. So that's one of their problems right now. Again, for the European session, we look a lot of data are focusing on the manufacturing services PMI, and we also have the retail sales for UK as well. And for the US session, we can look for manufacturing and services PMI for the month of July. All right, so thank you everyone for joining the daily briefing today. Please stay safe and have a great day.